Healthy eating. It sounds simple, right? But let's be honest, it's often buried under a mountain of confusing, conflicting advice. Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're giving you the blueprint, a simple, visual way to build a healthy plate, starting with your very next meal. I mean, you've been there, right? One day fat is the enemy, the next day it's carbs. It's enough to make you want to give up. It's just overwhelming. But what if there was a much, much simpler way to think about all this? Well, the good news is it really doesn't have to be that complicated. We're going to give you a simple visual framework you can start using immediately. And the best part? No complex rules, no calorie counting, just a clear, straightforward guide for your next meal. So what's the big picture goal here? A balanced diet isn't just fuel to get you through the day. It's an investment in your future. Think of it as your body's frontline defense system, actively working to protect you from chronic diseases. It is truly one of the most powerful investments you can make in your long-term health. Okay, so how do we put this into practice every single day? We're going to use a really simple tool called the plate method. It's your visual guide to building a perfectly balanced meal, and you'll never have to count a single calorie. Let's start with a single, most important rule of the plate method. Just picture your dinner plate right now. Now imagine drawing a line right down the middle. That entire first half, you're going to fill it with fruits and vegetables. Yup, a full 50%. So why this rule? Well, because fruits and veggies are absolute nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with vitamins, fiber, and those protective antioxidants. And you've probably heard the tip to eat a rainbow, right? It's not just a catchy phrase. The different colors in fruits and vegetables are actually clues to their unique nutrients. Variety really is your best strategy here. Okay, so that's half our plate sorted. Now what about the other half? We just split it into 2 equal quarters, one for lean protein and one for complex carbs. And there you have it. That's a perfectly balanced plate. Simple as that. So that first quarter is for lean protein. Think of proteins as your body's own personal construction crew. They're the essential building blocks that repair and build everything from your muscles to your skin and hair. This means things like chicken, fish, beans, lentils, and tofu. And that final quarter is for complex carbohydrates. Now, I know carbs have been misunderstood over the years, but they are your body's main source of energy. The key is just choosing the right kind. Whole grains like brown rice, oats, and quinoa. They provide that nice, sustained energy and essential fiber. So the plate is set, but we're not quite done. There are just a few essential finishing touches to complete the whole picture and make sure you're getting everything you need. First up, healthy fats. Now, this isn't about drenching your food in oil, but adding a small amount is absolutely vital. And here's why. Some vitamins, like A, D, E, and K, are fat-soluble. That means your body literally cannot absorb them without some fat. So a little olive oil, some avocado, or a sprinkle of seeds is actually helping you unlock more nutrients from your meal. Next, we've got dairy or a fortified alternative. The key nutrient we're after here is calcium, which is absolutely critical for building and maintaining strong bones and teeth. Just try and be mindful of choosing lower fat and lower sugar options to get the most benefit. Okay, we have our blueprint. Now, let's simplify it even further with some clear, easy-to-remember rules for success. It really boils down to this. On the do side, eat a variety of whole foods, stay hydrated, and be active. And on the limit side, we want to watch out for 4 things: salt, added sugars, unhealthy fats, and those ultra-processed foods. The packaged snacks and ready meals that have tons of additives. Let's get specific on that salt limit. The recommended maximum is less than 5 grams per day. To put that in perspective, that's about 1 single teaspoon for everything you eat all day. And since most of our salt comes from processed foods, not the salt shaker, just reading labels is key to staying under that limit and protecting your blood pressure. Now for sugar. The goal here is to keep what are called free sugars to less than 10% of your daily calories. So what are free sugars? Basically, any sugar that's been added to food or drinks, like in sodas, sweets, and sauces, plus the sugars you find in honey and fruit juices. It's a small target that reminds us these are pretty much empty calories. So we've covered the what and the how of healthy eating, but I think the most powerful motivator is always the why. What is the real long-term payoff for putting this blueprint into practice? And here it is. This is the incredible return on your investment. We're talking about a healthier heart, easier weight management, and a stronger immune system. But it goes way beyond that. We're talking better mood, more sustained energy, and a drastically lower risk for so many chronic diseases. This isn't just about avoiding sickness, it's about actively building a more vibrant life. To really appreciate all those benefits, it helps to understand the alternative, malnutrition. Now, we often think this word just means not getting enough food, but the true definition is actually much broader. It's any deficiency, excess, or imbalance in what you're taking in. This really shows the two sides of that coin. You've got undernutrition, which is a lack of key nutrients that can impair development. But then there's overnutrition and excess of calories, which increases the risk of diseases like heart disease and diabetes. Following a balanced diet is how you navigate that healthy path right between these two extremes. So let's bring it all home. Healthy eating isn't about restriction, it's about balance and investment. Every single meal is a new opportunity to invest in your long-term health. So the only question left is, how will you build your next plate?